Alrighty, welcome to Ricardo Vargas Games. I'm Ricardo. Today we're starting a new series on the channel. I'm calling it Funko Review. Now, what Funko Review is reviewing these figurines called Funko Pops. See these little figures right here in front of me. I collect them for a hobby. I currently have 45 different Funko items in my collection of various things. They have regular figures like these. They have keychains. They have even mugs, which I do have a mug. A variety of other, spanning objects. So that's going to be what the series is about. I'm going to show you my collection over time and then, review the figures themselves. Their quality, how accurate they are to, what, franchise they're related to, and so on and so forth. So today, since it's the first episode, we're going to be doing 2 Funko Pops instead of 1. So we're doing Pokemon ones today. We have Vulpix on the left right here. And then on the right we have Raichu. Now for anyone that grew up with the original Pokemon series, whether it was the anime, the original games, or even present games, if you're any type of Pokemon fan or just even know about it, you'll recognize them. So I'll talk about Vulpix first, just give you some general facts, very simple stuff, very light, just so you get an idea. And then if you feel like looking into it more yourself later, go for it. So Vulpix is a fire type Pokemon. It's a very fox-like, as you can tell by the picture right there, and the figure a bit. I will pull the figures out later. He first made his debut in the video games Pokemon Red and Blue. Back in 1997, and he's a fire type, as I said earlier. And then on the right here we have Raichu. You'll recognize him a little bit more. I'm sure he is the evolved form of the Pokemon mascot Pikachu. He is number 26 in the Pokédex, or the Pokemon list, however you want to refer to it. He's an electric mouse. As you can tell, he's very similar to Pikachu by having those little electric pouches on his cheeks. Different color though. He too made his debut back in Pokemon Red and Blue in 1997. So I decided on Pokemon because, it's a franchise I love very much. And I was like, it's a pretty light thing, something people know about. A very nice first video debut. So we're gonna unbox these guys and then I'll show you the figures and get into it. Alrighty, so to just give a bit of a breakdown of how the Funko boxes come, usually it's like this. You have the Pokemon on top, you have the front of the box, usually has the character right there, has the name, very basic text, nice color though. Depending on the franchise, they do theme it. So, let's say it's Batman, you'll see more like black color, yellow and stuff like that. Things that'll hint you to the franchise or character. You turn the sides, there's a full picture of the Funko Pop, a little animated picture right there. The number of the Funko Pop, like what number it is in the Funko overall collection. It's on the front as well right there. Got the title of, the franchise. Turn the back, you get another image similar to the one on the front. And then you get other Funko Pops in this specific collection. So Vulpix is connected to, Pichu, Mewtwo, Mr. Mime. That's its own little set. You go on the right, you just get like another view of the box. Vulpix on the bottom there, number again, and the name. And then the bottom is just, all the general stuff. If you're looking for verification on your Funko's legit, there's a barcode number right there. See it right there. And yeah. So that's Vulpix's box. Oh, one more thing actually. The inside. Funkos usually, not always, but usually do come with a background thing. So as you can see them inside the mirror. And you look, and there's actually this little background divider that you can pull out. Let me get it out. There, you see it's a little theme, like background for the Funko. So in this case, like I mentioned earlier, Vulpix is a fire type. So they added a little flame, some orangey red, as you can see. I'll move in a little closer. So you get that right there. So I had some stars, a little more flames in the background if you look, so on and so forth. And yeah. Now, we're going to Raichu. And Raichu is a similar thing, you know, on the top, on the front, the side, the numbers right there. The collection Raichu belongs to is a little different than Vulpix, as you could figure yourself already. So Raichu belongs with Mew and Ponyta. Mew is especially difficult to get. It's a very rare one when it comes out. You know, they release a lot of them, but people buy them up very quickly. And then Ponyta is easier to get, definitely, for sure. And then Raichu is as well. So, yeah, the same premise as Vulpix. You know, you got just the side. And then, here, let me flip this real quick. Oops. And then, you know, the same. Here we go. Oops. Well, oh, I fell forward. Same, though. You know, see? A little background. This one's a lightning, because Raichu's an electric type, so it's the electric type symbol. You see a little effect there, you know, little vortex going, you know, electricity. And yeah, so each Funko usually comes with a background. Not always, but generally. So here we are. We have the Funkos out in the open. Now, giving you the front view first. You got Vulpix right there and Raichu. I'm going to review Vulpix up first, so we'll start with him. So in Pokemon, there's like male and female versions for quite a few Pokemon. So in this case, this is the male version of Vulpix. So you got the front right here, moving forward just a bit. Got the front, you know, got the face, got the little hair. Give you a side view. And then here, we're gonna turn it around, give you that back view of the tails, which is honestly, in my opinion, the highlight of this figure. The tails came out beautiful. I mean, they're gorgeous, they're perfect. I found no flaws on this figure and its tails. It's like the only thing on here that has absolutely no flaws. You got a side view as well of the other side, the ears, and now the front again. Now, my overall impressions of this figure is it's a pretty solid figure. It's very accurate to how Vulpix looks in the video games, in the anime, and other media. My main complaints, which they're minor, and it can depend on the figure. There seems more like a manufacturing thing rather than inaccuracy of the figure, really. In fact, it's not an inaccuracy of the figure. Is some of the mess ups. The main things you'll see right there, a splotch of different color of paint there. Has it under his neck. On his thigh, there's a little dent there, as you can see on his back leg. More random paint there. Underneath, not too bad. Honestly, pretty good outside of that splotch on the back. Also, all Funkos have a barcode on them, whether it's on their head or on their feet or underneath their belly or whatever, depending on the figure. That's the barcode. You match that with the box, and that helps you further verify that you have a valid Funko if you're ever buying from like a third-party source. So there's the number right there, trying to get that in view. There you go. So yeah, but outside of that, really, Vulpix looks good. Little mispaint on the hair, but it's not really that noticeable. Is this dust or mispaint? Some dust, so I'm not gonna count that. The ears look great, very accurate to the character, very well painted too, I would say. A little mess up there, but inside and the main part, really good. The other one, same. And then the other complaint is more of like an overpainting, or like not really a very clean painting on where its tail's connected. So you have the tails here, which look great. I'm gonna try to get you a view of that if I can while I focus. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. But the, you know, its bottom, haha, that's connected to, you can tell it looks very rough, very like roughly painted. It's a little scratch across, and then just looks kind of splotched on. Like, see how like the rest of it looks smooth? He really struggles with having a clean coat right there. So that's my other big complaint besides the mispaints, you know, on like on the leg, a bit on the feet and the back. But yeah, besides that, I love this figure. Honestly, overall, I enjoy this figure very much. A very solid figure. Seems like just some manufacturing issues. But Vulpix, I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10. Now we're moving on to my favorite of the two, Raichu. Now, we have a Raichu pulling up here. Let's get him front and center. Moving back a bit. There you go. I mean, just look at him. He's amazing. The accuracy, you know, the detail, all there. We're going to flip him to the side. Let's get that going. Look at the tail. Lightning bolt. This is the male version of Raichu, by the way. Males have that sharp point at the end of their tail right there at top. Females kind of have it a bit like cut off, so it's more flattened rather than pointy. But yeah, that's the side. Now you got the back, which the tail looks great. Look how it curves around. Look how it's connected on the figure. Beautiful. And that's the back of the head, which is very well painted. Not really any painting mistakes, you know, which is wonderful. That's my biggest complaint on figures, if you want me to be honest. And then the other side view, get a little bit more tail. Its legs, you know, unblocked. The stripes on the back. And yeah, so this figure, let's get a closer look. You can tell by the face, not really any mess ups. The eye maybe slightly, and let me check if that's dust. Yeah, that was dust indeed, actually. So it's not even a mess up. It's solid. It's perfect, honestly. I see no flaws. The cheeks look great. It's electric pouches, which is where Pikachu and on Raichu as well release their electric attacks. So it looks great. Let's look at the tummy. Stomach looks good. A slight roughness right about here. You know, like a little, you know, rough painting, but besides that, it's good, so not the end of the world. Hands look great. The sides, I mean, wonderful, very great. Let's go to the other side now. Try and get in there. The tail's blocking a bit, but it's very clean. The foot's messed up a bit, just slightly, but it's a very light mess up, so I'm not bothered like that. The nose is good. The mouth, the bottom of the feet look fine. There's all the info there. Bottom of the figure looks good. Let's look at the back. You got the back right here, and yep, stripes look great. I mean, look at them, very shiny, very accurate to the color, which is brown. The tail, beautifully done, connects into the, you know, lightning bolt part right there, and there's really no mispainting issues. A little dust, but really besides that, no, that's a little mispaint. Take it back. But honestly, it's not the end of the world. Tail's connected beautifully. It curves beautifully. It just looks wonderful. Let's get it on that lightning bolt a bit. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Really amazing, honestly. And then finally, the ears, which would be my only complaint on this figure. The ears look wonderful. Very accurate to the Pokemon. Very well sculpted. But the only problem really is if you look on the sides here, a little rough. Nothing crazy, but a little rough. This one's really the one that's bad. That one just had so minor that I'm just being nitpicky, so I don't count that. But this one, as you can tell, looks a little chopped up. A little more brown got into that yellow right there. And then there, it's a little smudge at the bottom right here, as you can see. So just the outline there, but the front ear looks great if you look at it. Oh, I take it back. There's a little roughness there too. Not the most obvious though, believe it or not. I'm zooming in pretty close, but you're looking at it from like just the bare eye, you don't notice it like that, which is good. This ear looks good. So really my only complaints on this figure is the ears, you know. Now, it's not the end of the world, and it's very minor overall. So I'll give this figure a 9 out of 10, just because, you know, it's sculpted very well. The coloring is beautiful, very accurate to the character, and really just beautiful all around. The ear, this ear really right here, is my only complaint. But outside of that, beautiful 9 out of 10 figure. So that'll do it for this video. Now, I do plan on doing these videos weekly. So each week I'll be reviewing one Funko figure at a time. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, it may be, you know, regular Funko Pop like these guys right here. Well, it could be a variation, could be a keychain, could be a mug, could be some other Funko sets that I'm more than happy to show off on this channel. Yeah, this will be a weekly series, and we'll go from there. The date, or the day of which I release them, is to be determined, but keep an eye out next week for a new episode. I'm Ricardo Vargas Games, and I hope you have a good one. Peace.